Hello, 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 hello. If you are here, put a heart in the chat. Good morning and happy Friday. This is Sandra James with Living It with Sandra James, and I am here and ready to enjoy this moment. Yes, I am here and ready to enjoy this moment. Yes. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. Ooh. How's everybody's week been? What have you been doing? We're talking about progression. We're talking about our strengths. And we're talking about finding community and what community looks like for us. So, welcome in. Come on in. The water is fine. And I'm looking forward to this time with you all. Yes. Okay. So I have a couple things here that I want to bring to the table, and I am going to give it a few minutes to give everybody an opportunity to come in and see what we're going to do during this time. Yes. Whew. I got off to a pretty slow start this morning, and that's because of a good night's sleep. Finally had a good night's sleep, and so yeah, got off to I said a slow start, but maybe a late start. But I'm here and I'm ready for you. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just give it a few minutes to give everybody an opportunity to get in here, and we'll get started. Let's see here. Miss Poetic Tears, my Sandra. Good morning. How are you? How are you? If you can hear me, put a heart in the chat. Rebounding with Cheryl. I'm going to stop saying that, and I'm just going to call you Cheryl, if you don't mind. Okay, that's good, Cheryl. Thank you for being here. And that's one thing that I've noticed, and I'm trying to keep track of, is that a lot of people go live around the same times. And so I'm always bouncing around trying to catch the live. So I decided to be a person that go and watch the replay, because I can't be in so many places at one time. But thank you, Cheryl, for being here. And thank you for bringing that rebounder into my life. I'm still ecstatic over that, and excited that has happened. Yes. So what's going on, Sandra? What's going on? What's new in your life? I'm just trying to give everybody an opportunity to get in before I get to yakking. Good morning, Debbie. How are you? It's Friday, so I'm thinking that there's going to be a story coming out today. Is that correct? Debbie's going to let me know. I look forward to those stories. Yes. And I got my water with my electrolytes in it, so I'm ready to go. Okay, yes, Debbie's going to have a story today, so I look forward to that. No, and I'm ready too, because I don't have no work to do today. Both jobs are silent. So, excuse me, that's a blessing for me and a great opportunity for me to be with you all. I'm doing good. I'm managing my time. I got up a little late this morning, but I still got here and I'm on time. And so that's a blessing. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm expecting that well, my friend Local Mike, we call him Local Mike. He's a historian. So I know he's live right now. So some people may have gone over to be on the live with him too. So yeah, but I'm just gonna go ahead. Sandra, you wasn't here, and I don't think Cheryl was here last week, where we talked about we answered the question and we identified recovery. So the question was, is recovery a destination? And we all settled that destination. Recovery is not a destination, but a journey. So we settled on that, and we talked about setting boundaries. We talked about triggers that could throw us off our path, and we talked about coping skills that we use to manage those triggers and those stressors when they come. Yes. So I saw hey, Grant is here. Hi Grant, congratulations again on your new channel and killing it with the subscribers as you should, because I think you're great. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with you again on one of those after darks that we did a week or so ago. That was awesome. And so I am not sure if I clicked subscribe on your channel. I'm thinking not, because I haven't gotten any alerts. So I will get over there and subscribe and start listening to your videos. Yeah. So let's see here. I'm still nervous about this, even though this is just like maybe my fifth time doing it. I would get confused in the chat because both our names are Sandra. Yes. Yeah. So I'll be Sandra too, if that helps us. Yes. You're welcome, Grant. And I did get to see your interview yesterday, but I was driving, so I was jumping in and out of the car. So some things I missed, but it was so good to see you up there in that thumbnail. I loved it, and I hope you use it. Use that thumbnail because it's really, really nice. Yeah. So Grant, I was sharing that on last week we had Is Recovery a Destination, Part 1. And we talked about triggers and coping skills and setting boundaries. And we discussed how the triggers can throw us off our journey if we don't utilize the coping skills that we have, to keep us on track and to remove us from the space of spiraling out because of triggers. So that's what we talked about. And we are back to talk about part 2 of Is Recovery a Destination? So I want to be talking about progress, strengths, and finding community, and how we see community and the benefits of community in our lives, or if we even have connected to communities. And we know that everybody in this chat has, because we're all connected to different people and places. So the community is here. So I want to thank you guys again for coming on in. And so if you yes, if you guys have like some wins or some progress that you have had in your journey thus far, whether your journey is around some sort of healing, chronic disease, whether you have an ostomy or not, or whether you're helping someone who has some physical or mental challenges in their lives, and how the progress in that journey, if you're a part of their journey, how that's working, and what is the progress that you've made this far, even if it's just progress from Monday to Friday. Good morning, Rebecca. How are you? Amen. It's so good to see you. Local Mike is in a live right now. He started at 8, and he started his own school. So I was wondering if you knew that, and if you've connected with him. I've been so worried about him. And good morning to you too, Rebecca. It's so good to see you guys all here. We're all here. And hold on here. Sandra, who are we talking about? She has sickle cell disease. Who is that? Oh, your daughter. Okay. Okay. How's that journey helping her and you as you guys go through this process? Wow. She suffered a stroke at 22 years old. How is she doing on this very day? I'm so sorry to hear that. How's she doing? Wow. See how much support we need and when we're going through life, and she's doing good. That's great. That's great. She's doing good, guys. We just never know what life is going to bring into, as we live our lives and as we move on this earth. We never know. And I never like to think that a person is too young or a person is too old to have an experience. We just don't know. But what we can do is be there to support and help and serve, to help when people are going through situations and medical conditions, that we can be there to love and support them and help them along the way. Debbie Sue is on the screen here. A little memory loss. Yeah. Or what? Did you feel good about her moving back in with you so that you could, be more hands-on with helping her and the care? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you are glad that she's back home with you, because you know how parents are. They want to be hands-on. They want to be hands-on. Sandra said she packed all of her stuff. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That love and support. We need it. We need it, guys. We need it. Yes, we do. Yeah, that's what we need. And that's what this community is also about. And all the different channels and places that we go to, that's community. And we're always there to help and support each other. And, because no one can do anything alone. Nothing, you know. So good morning, Miss Layla. Layla's here. Welcome to the Living It with Sandra James. It's good to see you here. I was talking to the everyone that's here about what we did last week, and how we talked about whether or not recovery was a destination, and that we settled on that it is not, and that it's a journey. We talked about triggers, we talked about coping skills and setting boundaries. And today, some of you said that you wanted to come back for part 2. So today, we're going to talk about our progress, our strengths, and finding community and how community benefits our journey. So you guys are welcome to come into the chat and share what your progress is. Even if the progress is just from Monday to Friday, which is today. And happy Friday again. I'm so excited that it's Friday because I'm tired. Yes. So you guys can let me know where you're at in your progress, and then we can talk about that. And then I have something to share that I heard about and learned about last week when we were in the live. So yeah, some progress for me. I'm never going to stop talking about it. Um, Getting on board with exercise has been some progress that I've made in my life. Again, everybody knows it now that I sucked at exercising. And so I'm doing it now. And I met Vicky. I can't say her channel out because, remembering all the names of the channels is, a challenge. But Vicky is she's probably on day 55, I think, today of her exercise challenge. So I've been going over to her channel and walking in place with her and doing some of the exercises that she's doing as she's on her journey. So yeah, let's see here. I'm excited as I have Monday off to record a new series for who? For who? For Sandra. She is going to, Cheryl is going to create a series for me so that I can have a map for my rebounding. And, it's going to be, a challenge as well, that I could progress in. And so I'm looking forward to that. And, because I'm very new to the rebounder, but I love it. I think it's an excellent additive to my life so far as exercising. Is very practical and something easy to do and have, when you exercise, you still have to love it. You don't want to just be exercising because you have to. You're doing it, you want to be doing it because you absolutely love it as well. So this is what's working for me. And I thank you, Debbie, for being here. And thank you, Cheryl, for bringing that rebounder into my life. I'm so excited about it. Yes. Yes. So I have a question before we get back over here. My question is, how are you providing the music in your videos and escaping the copyright issues that having music in your videos can bring? How are you doing that? Now, when I add music, background music to some of my videos, I go over to CapCut because I never get a copyright strike when I use CapCut. But some people are having music in their videos that didn't come from there. And a lot of those songs that are being played in these videos are about the channel. They're about the channel and, like the candy K all day, So how is that happening? That's something I need to know. Using Suno. What is Suno? See, every time I come to the videos and every time I come to a live and every time I am with you guys, I learn something new. Yes, I think I've had that happen to me, Rebecca, once with CapCut, but just one time. But yeah, so Suno, is it what is it? Just tell me what it is so I can find it and get it and do it. So yes, progress. Progress, you guys. What does your progress look like? Yeah, I really want to know what that is. I'm telling you, I learn something new every time I show up. Every time I show up. So Cheryl's saying, let me put this up here. It's original lyrics and not mainstream. It's an AI music generator. Oh, and you can make your own music. So you customize it to what you, I'm so glad I got the weekend to, spin around and explore. Oh, you can make your own music, Sandra says. Wow. Suno, why I don't know. I always feel like I don't know anything. All this technology and all this stuff going on. I don't even know about it. Yes. So you just type into your app store Suno and it's gonna come up. Is that how it works? Okay. Okay, I learned something new and I'm gonna write it down because I'll forget later what the name of it was. Suno. For $10 a month. Yeah, I want to see about that. So in last week on Friday, Debbie Sue and Jackie, I think it was Jackie, were talking about this weighted blanket. I had never heard about a weighted blanket. And I explored and I came up with one. And it is so heavy. It is so heavy. I brought it in here so I could try to show it to you, but I could barely lift it up. It's so heavy. But check this out. It is so soft. It weighs 1,000 pounds, but I haven't used it yet. My husband was super excited about it. And so, because he was complaining about the comforters and he said that he needed something better. So, not only do we have the warmth of the blanket, yes, Debbie Sue, I got one. And not only will we be warm, but it's going to do the things that it needs to do for calming and relaxing the body. But I'm telling you, this thing is super heavy. So I can't wait to use it. But I wanted to share it first, So thank you for sharing that, Debbie Sue and Jackie. Excuse me, because we need this in our lives. So every time I come to the chats and the different channels, I learn something new. So yes, yes, yes. So Layla said, progress for me means not setting limits. Recovering from the past years taught me I am way more capable than I think. Absolutely. And progress in whatever it is that we're moving toward in our journeys, being able to track that progress and see that progress and celebrate that progress, you know, is energizing and it compels you to continue to move in life. And the other day I was sitting in my bedroom and I was I think taking off a ostomy cover and I was just looking at my ostomy and I was like, wow, I have progressed mentally with the thought of living with it because every now and then it comes up and I'll go back to a thought and be like, wow, how did I get here? But not dwelling on that and looking at how far I have. Oh, here we go. What is that? So yes, yes, Layla, the progressing. And there are no limitations, I mean, within reason, of course, but we could do the things that we think we can't sometimes. And so as we continue to move forward with it and see that, oh yeah, this is another thing I was able to do, you know, it just helps us to grow and keep moving and change in our life. Let's see, Rebecca said, yes, this chat is full of great ideas. I learn something new every time. Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. And I'm like, oh my God, how did I not know? But I guess you can't be everywhere and know everything, right? And that's another reason why community is a benefit, because it just helps us to expand and to grow and to add wonderful things into our lives to keep us going. Listening, out running errands. Yes. Okay, Sandra, because that's what I was doing yesterday. I was on Grant had a interview with Kendi K yesterday, and he was talking about his new channel. And I was running the errands while it was happening, but I was listening and, popping out the car, popping in the car. I was out trying to find out if I could get my prescription for my glasses into a pair of glasses that I got that's an actual camera. Does anybody have glasses that has a camera? That's what I want to know. When I saw that, I was like, this is amazing. Has anybody heard about the glasses with the camera? Or do you have one? Debbie Sue said no. Yes, yes, she does. She has a beautiful and wonderful attitude. Debbie Sue says no for the glasses. Anybody else? Debbie Sue says she's heard of them. Has anybody else heard of these glasses? Faith in action. That's right, Grant. Grant, do you have some glasses that have the camera on them? Let me see. I got some right here. But so far, the place where I go for my glasses, where my insurance covers it, they as soon as I pulled them out, they were like, absolutely not, because if we mess them up and we break them, we cannot pay for them. So this is what they look like, and the camera is right here, and I don't even know what this thing does, and I haven't read all the directions yet. I'm trying to get the my prescription in there. Grant's heard of them too. I'm trying to get my prescription in there because, truth be told, without glasses, I absolutely cannot see. So they won't help me if I can't see. So I went to Lens Crafter as well, and they said that they could put the lenses in there, put my prescription in there, but they can't put the progressions and some of the other things that I have in my glasses to help me see. But they could uh, put the part of the prescription in there that's for distance. But they wanted $370 for it. So I was like, maybe I need to think about that and see if filming with those glasses is worth me paying $370. Would any of you pay it? Yeah, I have a gimbal. I have all kind of stuff, but if you can have a bunch of things, but if you don't know how to use it, or if you can't see it, it's not helping. So if any of you guys are interested in these glasses, I will find out where the heck I got them from and go back and put it in the description. So yes, so with the progress, but that's another thing that I'm making progress with, that I'm, being able to explore different things that I'm learning about, and being able to utilize some of these things into my life. And so that was some progress that I've made so far this week. The progress was just getting all of the re-offs written that I needed to write for the week, um, getting all of my I got a closet, the linen closet, I got that organized. That was something I needed to do. I got my ostomy supplies. So that was progress. And that's another thing too I wanted to talk about is the uncomfortable feeling that a person could get sometime. It doesn't have to be about, ostomy supplies. It could be about other medical supplies. And so, not being able to have what you need when you need it can be a challenge. And what do we do about that? How do we mitigate that fear or that uncomfortability, if that's a word, um, when we don't have, what we need, or we can't get supplies, or we can't get something that we need? Maybe insurance no longer covers this, or you need this thing, but it's very costly. How do we deal with that? And what do we do when we're in a situation like that? And surely people that do have ostomies uh, are concerned about that. And so when I have extra money, I go to the supplier, the company whose product or appliance that I like, and I just buy some extra stuff and store it away, so that should my insurance turn around and not cover, I'll be able to continue to have what I need until I can figure out what to do next. Yeah, the glasses they seem to be really neat. I just need to figure out how I'm going to see in them. But yeah, that's something that people are concerned with. Maybe it's what about the people who need oxygen, that does the oxygen have the oxygen tanks that they need in order to stay breathing, you know. Living Layla Layla said, that is frustrating, but I store products away as well. Yes, that gives me peace of mind. And yes, we need that peace of mind. I'm like, ooh, I just don't want to ever experience not being able to have the supplies I need. And I do know that people in other countries are actually experiencing that uh, these days. And the I'll come back to what I was going to say. Cheryl said, I used to order supplies once a month for my brother, but sometimes he would run out of bags before they would ship the next ones. He was so frustrating. Yes, yes, that's a real concern for people. some of the people in other countries uh, are not being covered at all. So there's a nonprofit organization named Connecting Pieces, and I write stories, these type of stories for some of the people that reach out to them about supplies. And what Connecting Pieces does is connect those patients and people with supplies. So she's always collecting donations and stuff, and she's sending these supplies to different countries like Africa and Egypt and just all over the world. And it is so good that she's able to help those people. And I'm a part of that organization, even though I'm just their story writer. But I have also donated supplies when I switched from Hollister over to Coloplast. I was able to donate all of my Hollister supplies to Connecting Pieces, and that was a blessing to be able to do that. Debbie Sue says, my father-in-law had a hard time getting supplies. The home health nurse was responsible for ordering his supplies, and she told us that she could barely get them. Yeah, see, it's a real challenge and a real concern. And I wanted to acknowledge that today. You know, even people need even bandages and band-aids and gauze and adhesive remover spray, whatever the medical product is, we need that. And sometimes it is such a struggle for people to get that. So my thought with that is, while things are being covered, it's a good idea to outsource when you can and store those things. Just like when people prepare for storms and being shut in and snow, just like what was happening a couple weeks ago. Making sure you have the water, making sure you have canned goods and dry goods and everything that you need to be prepared for when you can't get what you need. So yes, I thought I don't I'm gonna have to put that link in the description. So when you come back, for even if you don't do the replay, just look for it to be in there, because I can't do the link in my brain right now. Yes. And I've ordered, you're welcome, Layla. I Cheryl said, I ended up ordering from Amazon and paying out of pocket. I do that frequently. I don't go to Amazon. Well, with some things, I do go to Amazon because I order extra trash bags. And so they use these trash bags that I'm getting, and I'll also put them in the description. These things are just coming up as I'm sitting here, but I order those trash bags because when we do get our supplies, our monthly supplies, they give us trash bags in our package. But are they gonna last for the whole month? It's only like, Layla, how many do you get? I think it may be 5 or 10 of them in that package. So I always order the extra ones from Amazon, and I just store them up so that I can always have them. I need them in my car as well. Um, so yeah, that's a really big concern. And yes, it's thank God for communities and organizations that understand this need and go the extra mile to help us. Yes. But Amazon, when I first got my ostomy, I ordered I got a lot of samples from different organizations and companies, and I also was on Amazon trying out stuff because they put ostomy bags. They have everything on Amazon. You can get everything. Okay. So Layla says the garbage bags come in my Hollister boxes, five C5 for 5 ostomy bags. 5 garbage bags for 5 ostomy bags. So, and that's it for the month, right? So yeah, we need that. So I always have the extra bags, and that's why sometimes when you see me doing a bag change, you'll see me with these yellow bags. They're actually bags that for people who have babies, and it's like a diaper trash bag, but they work, and I double those. Let's see. Cheryl saying, do y'all have a support group on Facebook that you're a part of? Just curious. I used to be in a group on Facebook, but I'm no longer doing that because it's just hard to be in so many different places, and it was, all of the chats and all of the comments and the pictures and all the stuff that was happening was a bit overwhelming for me. So I'm still in contact with some of the people that I met on there, and I just talk to them either on the phone or by email. But yes, I did. I started out with being in a Facebook group twice, 2 different groups twice, but it was too much for me to handle, and especially after I started coming into YouTube, it was like, oh no, it's too much. Going back to Layla said, but I order 5 boxes with 5 in each one of them for the month. Okay. Okay. So that makes more sense. But I have heard, as I've watched videos during the time that I was going through treatment, people were talking about running out of trash bags too. So yeah, we need to stay on top of having what we need. Is important. So Cheryl says, yep, that's what I thought when I was in a group for another matter. It was overwhelming. Yes, it was very overwhelming. So I think that the videos and coming to the different videos and visiting different channels help a little more, with being connected. But yes, I did start off that way, but it was like, wow. And my phone was just going off all night long, and, with all the different time zones. And yeah, it was a bit of a challenge. So I stopped doing that. So, excuse me, I'm still congested a little bit, but it is getting better. So what do you think about your strengths since being on the recovery journey? What are your strengths? Do you acknowledge your strengths? Do you know that you have certain strengths, but you don't pay attention to them, or you do acknowledge them and you share your strengths with other people? Or do you just think you don't actually have any strengths? Strengths. Yeah. What do you think about that? What are your strengths? I love to ask questions, you guys. I'm always asking somebody something. So that's how we learn and how we grow, asking questions. I've always been a kid that asked questions. My mom said, child, you have the most questions I've ever had to answer in my life and stuff. But she would always answer me, or she would tell me a story whenever I was there asking questions. What about this? How do you do that? And, always asking questions. So that's something that I carried on into my life's journey. And I'm asking you today, can you share some of your strengths with me. And I got those electrolytes in here. So it was Kayla from Connecting Pieces who actually told me about the electrolytes that I was missing that I shared in the video the other day. It was Kayla from Connecting Pieces. She's also an ostomate, and she's been, hey, Jackie, she's had her ostomy for quite a while now. How you doing, Jackie? It's good to see you here. Okay, you guys, y'all gonna share with me? Tell me about your strengths. Strengths, strengths, strengths. I know we have them. We all have them because we're all here and we're all managing our lives in a way that that's keeping us going and keeping us functioning. So, how is the immune system with those with an ostomy? Immune system. That's a good question. Um, Maybe Layla can speak to it. I am still learning about my system, my immune system, but I would have to say for me personally, I I'm not having any issues in that area so far as the functioning of my immune system is pretty pretty good. Let's see what Layla's gonna tell us. Okay, Layla's talking about her strength right now. I feel as though my strength lies in seeing the positives in the so-called negatives. I like that, so-called negatives. Yeah. And Grant, and I'll come back to your question, Cheryl. Let's see. I saw Grant. Grant said, self-motivation and self-worth are important. Got to find your strengths. I'd say one strength I have is listening to others and supporting. That's good. Because how else do we learn if we can't listen to others? And listening and getting information and then implementing that into our lives, if it's applicable, of course, strengthens us and helps us to carry on in our journey and what it is that we're coping with and living with and dealing with in our lives. One of my strengths is being able to take correction, be corrected, and be guided. That's a strength that I have. It doesn't matter if the person that's giving me something that I need. It doesn't matter if that person is younger than me or more uh, advanced than me or more educated than me, whatever it is. If they're giving me some instructions or some input or some insight into something, I believe my strength is being able to be receptive to it, and if it's applicable, to apply it to my life. I always say that I'm a student in this recovery journey. I'm a student, and I listen. And if somebody's telling me something like the electrolytes, I'm like, oh my Lord, I thought I was doing the doggone thing. So yeah, being able to take instructions and be corrected is one of my strengths. Jackie said, it's hard for me to talk about what my strengths are. Okay, respect it. How about to fight back against what tries to keep me bound, or grace? I see people realness beyond the mask. Thank you, Jackie. That's some good input here. Yeah, how about to fight back against what tries to keep me bound? That's a strength. That's a show enough strength. Because if we fold every time something comes into our life that's going against us and we fold into it, then that takes us into a weakness that can hinder our growth, hinder our journey, and could even spiral us back to a place, that we've been brought from. It'll take us back, like take us back to Egypt. We don't want to go back to Egypt, so that's really good. Yeah, to fight against what tries to keep her bound. That is so, so strong. That's a heck of a strength. And we need to be strengthened. And that's another thing as we talk about community, we need community to be strengthened. You know, one, two is better than one. You know, 15 is better than two. And we need one another in communities to strengthen us, to help us fight, to give us tools to fight, to give us coping skills. We learn new coping skills. We learn new strategies and new different ways to approach a situation and to guard against something that's coming against us. That's really, thank you, Jackie. Thank you for that. Yes. And the fight doesn't have to be loud or fast, and it usually isn't. It usually isn't. So that's a good point. If I miss something, I need to you guys to let me know. Debbie Sue said, I think that some strength is that I am more open to change and listening to my body more than I ever did. Yes. Listening to the body, that's the immune system that Cheryl was asking about. uh I really just can't even speak to the immune system because I'm not really experiencing any issues in that area. So but living with the ostomy, I guess also it would, some people who have colitis or ulcerative colitis or Crohn's, IBD, they would probably have some issues in that focuses on the immune system. I'm not really certain in that area, and I'm still new. I'm still a new ostomate too, so uh, I'm not really sure on that, how to respond to that, Cheryl. Thank you, Jackie. It's funny that you should mention this little top I have on. Thank you. I thought it was really cute when I got it, but it didn't have a tag in the back. So I was like, well, which side does the tie go on? And I flipped it back and forth 2 or 3 times before I actually put it on. Yeah. Yeah. Still here. Sandra said, still here enjoying this live stream. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I really enjoy it, even though I always come in here nervous. Uh, I enjoy it. I love being with you guys. I love coming to all of your channels. And every time I come, I learn something or I get warmed and strengthened and comforted by something that you're sharing. You guys are sharing, teaching me how to enhance my life with treating my body better. I have stories, but through my teens and early adulthood, I never treated my body well. I didn't exercise, and I was always exploring with something, and I had a long bout with addiction as well. So, being able to be in this part of my journey and this part of my life and taking more care of my body, and especially now living with the ostomy and learning how to live with it, learning how to eat with it, learning how to drink, you know, and still function as I did in my later adult life, uh, the same as before, and actually even better. So yeah, it's all good. It's all wonderful. Let's see here. It's about how fast you can rebound after you have fallen. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys see that? It's about how fast you can rebound after you have fallen. That's resilience. Do we have a comeback, a bounce back? Can we get back up? Yes. And we need to get back up, and we need community, because community is also involved in this live stream, of course, uh, to help us to get up. Sometimes we need help. We need to get picked up, you know, and being able to have someone come into your life and pick you up and help you to get it back on your feet without feeling any shame, or without feeling like it's hard to accept support. It's hard to accept help. And that's a real thing too, struggling with being supported. And a lot of times that happens because we've been hurt by people. We've been hurt by systems. We've been, hurt. So we guard ourselves sometimes in areas where the guard is not needed, you know. So that's why community is so important. The community is so important. And I remember when I was recovering uh, physically from the surgery. It was like a 2-month recovery, learning to walk again. I don't know why I had all those challenges, but I struggled to walk when I first came home. And but what I really needed was to connect to other people who had ostomies and who had this experience, to help me with it. And I had all the videos that I watched for months and Sundays while I wasn't working and going through treatment, but I needed the face to face. I needed a physical connection as well. And so I was able to get that. And then coming into YouTube, now I have all these connections with you all. And I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to keep saying it, because somebody said in a live the other day, it was Rhonda, as a matter of fact, and it's totally biblical to speak the things that be not as though they were. So I'm going to continue to speak, coming together with all of the people that I have met in with these YouTube channels, and that we are all in one place. I am totally interested in doing that, and I'm going to figure out a way to do it. If I have to do a fundraiser, or take some of my products, my candles, and some of my crochet stuff, and take the proceeds from those sales and put them into a place where I could start building some funding to do this. So don't count me out. Community is important to me. I love people. I need people in my presence. And so sometimes when you want something, sometimes you have to be the one to make it happen. And so that's something that I'm thinking about and working on. Going to put those thoughts into action. And I'm going to keep speaking it so that it will come into existence. Yes, yes. So Debbie Sue has a story out today. I know Jackie has something from the Lord today, and Sandra, Poetic Tears, always has something for us to come to and be supported with. She brings relaxation. She brings peace. She brings serenity and calm into my life. And for those of you who have been on her channel, I'm sure you would agree and get the same. Yes. So, is there anything that's off topic? It could be off topic, when we hang out and spend time and connect. We don't always have to be on the topics. Topics just help us have, like a starting line. So, anything that you guys want to share, anything that you want to talk about, feel free to hit the chat. Are there any let me see here. I am looking for I have missed so much in the chat. Is Lala here? Hey Lala. See, just talking and missing stuff in the chat. Lala, I love you. Thank you for being here. How are you? There go to Lala got her emojis up. And Lala is also rebounding and enjoying her rebounding life and sitting up there doing video, showing us all of her rebounding exercises and making wonderful juice for us as well. I've been thinking about the beet juice. I'm still in the process of getting my juicer. So once I get the juicer, I will be juicing. And Cheryl, that I know that juicing is going to boost my immune system. I have sense enough to know that, But Lala can probably share more about juicing and the immune system. Layla probably could talk about the immune system with having the ostomy, you know. And wow, it is so good to see you, girl. I have missed so many videos on yesterday because I was running errands and trying to get on some lives and try to get stuff going. It's so many of us. It is so many of us, and we're all doing lives and doing videos. It's a lot to keep up with. But when you like something and you want something in your life, you make a way to keep up. And so I'm the replay queen too. I go back and watch the replays. And if you have a live video and I get on that replay, I don't care how long it is, I'm gonna watch that whole thing because as it goes along, what you really need for your life at that moment or at that time may be way into the middle of the stream. And so when I get on there, I just watch the whole thing. I just set the time for when I can sit for that 2 hours or hour and a half and watch it because it's important to me and it means a lot to me. So Lala had about 3 or 4 different things that she streamed or recorded on yesterday. So I have stuff for the weekend and replays to do with Lala. And so I'm happy about that. Yes, Lala in the house. Cheryl say preach or peach. Preach, she said. Ah, you guys are so beautiful. Uh-oh, here we go. Cheryl is talking about my candles. She's telling y'all that the candles are awesome. And speaking of progress, because Lala, let me tell you what we've been talking about. So last week in Alive, we had the question: is recovery a destination? So in that live, we settled that recovery is not a destination, but that is an ongoing journey. And within that discussion, we talked about the triggers that could come up and get in our way or hinder us or make us fall off of the journey, and the coping skills and the tools that we use to mitigate those triggers, and how, setting boundaries, how we look at boundaries and how we set boundaries, and even what boundaries are difficult for us to set. And, of course, you talked about it in a live uh, a couple weeks ago about saying no. So we talked about that. So today we're talking about our progress in our journey, our strengths in our journey, and how having community and finding community fits into that journey. So that's where we are right now. And so then we're talking about all the different things that are important to us in our lives. And speaking of progress, as I was getting ready to say, I was able to get my orders out in a timely manner on yesterday while watching Kendi K running errands. And that was one of the things I was doing, getting to the post office to send packages out. So a package went out for Cheryl yesterday. And so I'm proud of being able to be progressive with getting things done, because, as we add new things into our lives, then that means that we have to manage how it fits into our lives. And so, yes, progress, we're doing it. Community is so important in my support here. Thank you, Grant. Community is very important to me as well. I'm like, I can't do all this stuff by myself, and I don't know everything. And I always say I have 10 eggs in my carton. I don't even have 12 yet. But as I continue to be a part of and connecting to communities, I'm going to have a full carton of eggs, right? So, yeah, it's a blessing. We are so blessed, you guys. We are so blessed. We're all different, which makes us mesh so beautifully. We have so much to offer one another. We have so many things to share, to teach, to learn from. And yes, at some point, someday, I want to be monetized. But above all, my goal here is to connect to people, share what I have, and to help somebody else. That's the bottom line. That's the foundation. And everything else that comes with that is a win, and it's a joy, and it's a benefit for me. But yes, community, we gotta have it. Looking good, Sandra. Great job on the StreamYard. Yes, and that's another progress. StreamYard. This is my second time doing StreamYard. I have no idea, what I was doing. And for me to push myself forward in doing it, I was invited into a live stream over at Kendi K's, and Lala was on the panel. And so I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and click that link. But when I clicked the link, I did not know that I had to disengage from YouTube, which was where I was watching from. So I was hearing all of this. First of all, it was coming in, whatever I was saying was coming in slow, but then I could hear it, and it was like an echo, and it made my brain confused. It was a mess. And so after that had happened, I was like, girl, you better go figure out and learn how to do this. And so I did. And so I did a practice live stream by myself once. I emailed Lala and I was like, Lala, help, and so she was going to do a practice with me, but before we were able to get to it, I figured it out. And so I'm just stepping out, you guys. I'm stepping out. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. And I want to be able to step up to the plate and bring whatever I have to the table so that whatever is happening with me and I come, that it's going to do something for your life as well. So, yes, thank you, Lala, for giving me that kudo. Lala say amazing balls. Yes. Thank you guys for all the hearts and yes. Oh my goodness. Let's see. We got people. Miss G, my favorite auntie, is here. Okay, so now let me see how to say this. Pear Brick Studio. Hello. Hello. Did I say it right? Welcome to Living It with Sandra James. Hi, Miss G, my favorite auntie. Excellent live yesterday. I was still in driving mode when her live came, and so I was able to listen and run my errands and drive while that was happening. So another, if you did not catch that live yesterday, that's an excellent replay that you could go to and trust and believe. If and when you go to that live stream, you need to hear it all the way through because she had some tips in there, and I'm not going to say what they were because I want you to get over there. And I pulled when I got to my driveway and was parked, then I was able to type in the chat and share in the chat. Excellent time. I had a good time listening to that. And whenever you go in Miss G house, you're going to be laughing. So, and a lot of you guys already know that because I met Miss G through some of you. So, it's good to see you, my dear. I am so glad to see you, Miss G. And let's see, about 3 or 4 lives back, I remember saying that one day Auntie is going to come into this live stream and speaking of things that be not as though they were is a real thing. And her being here today is a manifestation of that. So, yes. So I am learning how to function in the live stream. And so I'm going to get there and I'm going to get better and I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep doing it until I'm not breathing no more. And as old Mike say, if you ain't dead, you ain't done. That's another channel that I visit. And, you guys are super awesome. And I really love you from my heart. And I'm just going to keep coming and keep showing up so that my journey and my growth and my life can be as effective and beneficial to others as it can possibly be. And in that, some of that is because of you all. So, yes. Jackie said you don't have to know everything. You absolutely do not, and you absolutely cannot. And when you know everything, then you're no longer a benefit to anybody. So, and you definitely, excuse me for drinking, you definitely cannot grow and learn if you know everything. So, amen to that, Jackie. Amen to that. Okay, Jackie, what you talking about here? Yes, love that full carton of eggs. Yes, ma'am. I don't have a full carton yet. I got 10. I got about 10 eggs in my carton. So, but I'm coming along and I'm going to have 12 and then I'm going to get me a whole nother 12 when I get through hanging out with you good people. Yes. Let's see. Debbie Sue is thanking Miss G and rebounding with Cheryl. I said it again, but Cheryl, I knew I'd see Miss G. Yeah, I knew she'd come. She be busy. She be in the YouTube streets. Yes, yes, yes. You guys are such a blessing. But yeah, so another progress. Miss G, we were talking about uh we're spinning off from last week where we talked about is recovery a destination. And we decided that recovery is not a destination, but an ongoing process. We talked about triggers that come. We talked about coping skills and how we use those coping skills to mitigate those triggers, and how setting boundaries are so important in the recovery process. Today, we're talking about our progress in our recovery journey, our strengths, and finding community and how community is beneficial to our recovery journey. So we're talking about that, and we're talking about everything else in between. And I just thought about another progress, but then I forgot. As you know, the brain is moving kind of fast now. But yeah, progress with all the different things that I'm learning, and challenges that I'm having along the way. And community is helping me with that. Being with you guys is helping me with that. One thing I remember, I'll tell you this little bit. One thing I remember from Mrs. G's live yesterday, without giving it all away, being authentic was on her list. And everyone that I have come in contact with in these YouTube streets, as they say, have been 100% authentic according to my own personal discernment. I Being authentic is important, and in that being authentic, you already know that you don't have to be perfect. You're not trying to be perfect, but you are sometimes trying to be effective in the lives of others. And being authentic is being effective in the lives of others, because when you're authentic, you don't have to put on airs, you don't have to put on the mask, or you don't have to make people think you are a certain way or present yourself in a certain way that you're really not. And if you are doing that, the mask is going to eventually slip off, and then the truth will reveal itself, and then it may not be such a positive thing. So um, as for me, this is me. I'm here. You know, I do get nervous about being on camera and, speaking in the lives and coming to the lives, but this is me, and I'm going to keep coming, and I don't have anything to hide. And the worst that could happen is that I could overshare. And I think even with that, once you tell it like it is and you tell the whole story, you know, those that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind that I did it. So being authentic was one of the things she talked about. And I've been in several of her lives, and that was one of the best, most effective live streams that I experienced for my own personal lives. And she's been doing it for a minute. She still is. She said yesterday that, she's still new in her channel, but from the lives that I did experience, that one gave me a lot of reflection time and a lot of things to think about. And being authentic really stuck out to me. Yes. Woo. You guys, I know that I'm going to be on all of your channels today, and I'm so glad that it's Friday and I have no work responsibilities today, so I can go wherever I want to go in the YouTube streets and just have a smorgasbord of love on you guys' channels and lives and videos and demonstrations and like Miss Sandra with the rest and relaxation, Lala with the reflections, and having us to look at certain things. It's amazing how she has a language. She has a language and a vocabulary that really gets a person to thinking, and a lot of her vocabulary and language is brain stimulating. I love that. Jackie said carton, not cartoon. Well, I got cartoons now too. So yes. Miss G says she gets nervous every time too. And I guess if we are so confident and so got it together and so, on point all the time about everything, I don't know. That's a question I can ask. Do you think that if we were all of that, would we really be authentic? Huh. That's something to think about. So, yeah, I do get nervous, but it's the love and the good people and the good vibes and energy and lessons that I get when I come. So yeah, it's worth it to come every time, nervous coming and just keep on coming. Friday. Yeah, see she Friday. Happy Friday, la la. Happy Friday. So you guys, I love you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I got to do my rebounding. I haven't gotten a schedule for that because of all the different things that happen during the day. But I do get on that rebounder every single day since I got it. It's just happening at different times. And I really want to set a schedule so that I could be more systematic for my body when I'm doing it. Oh my God. I really needed to hear that, Sandra. God knows how to bless, and He comes through to our rescue when He knows we have a pure heart. I did not want to offend anyone. You absolutely did not. And I'm glad that you needed to hear it. And I'm glad that I was able to say something and mean it, and bring it to this form and that you were able to hear it because I'm telling you, that was a blessing. Your live stream on yesterday was a true blessing. And if you guys have not seen it, the replay is there. That's another thing I love about a live stream. Even if you don't make it because you're somewhere else in the YouTube streets, you might be on X Street while I'm on Y Street, but that replay is there and you can go back and you can visit and you can still share. And with that, you have time to process what's being said and you can go back and let me hear that again. What did they say? So uh replays I think are even more beneficial than the live itself sometimes. So all kind of stuff is popping up here. So thank you again, Auntie. I like to call you Auntie more than Miss G. Thank you again for that. Cheryl says, we're celebrating my husband's 77th birthday tomorrow. He's had cancer twice, but God is good and he takes care of us. Happy birthday to your husband, Cheryl, on tomorrow. And cancer survivor twice, you know. And as a matter of fact, thinking of cancer survivor, Maureen, wherever you are, I texted you yesterday. I know I'm going to hear from you soon. Maureen is a 5-time cancer survivor. And Maureen is the person that connected me to most of you all in a live stream that she did one day. So I love Maureen. I love you wherever you are. And I'm thinking of you and I'm going to text you again until you respond. So, and again, celebrating 77th birthday. Wow. Wow. So do you guys have do you have a plan or what you're going to do? Or are you going to be cooking for him? Or are you guys going to go out? Or what are you going to do to celebrate his birthday? The cancer survivor. Yes. Let me know, Cheryl. Girl, I was in tears after I heard something said, literally in tears. What? Tears, good tears, or uh, appreciative tears, or what kind of tears were they, AT? Happy birthday to your husband, Cheryl. Celebrate big time. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, AT. I met Dora. She calls herself Dora the Explorer. I met Auntie. I met Dora in a live that Auntie Bad Tears. Do you want to share? Auntie says bad tears. Do you want to share it, Auntie? It's up to you. Okay, give me a sec here. Sandra, I enjoyed your live stream. I have to go talk. I have to go talk to you later. And everyone have a blessed day. Thank you, Sandra, Poetic Tears, for coming. Have a great rest of your day. I love you. And I'll see you in the streets. Mwah. If you want to share, Auntie, you can. I got thrown off a little bit of what I was saying, but yeah, I want to visit as many people as I can today. And I have been working on, by the way, I have been working on setting Fridays aside, even though, it's a work day for me. I have been working on getting all of my responsibilities and getting all my things written on earlier in the week and specifically on Thursdays to finish up so that I have these Fridays to be free to do live stream and then visit other channels and la visit channels and grow and learn with you guys. So that's a progress for me because I've been able to do it for 2 weeks in a row already. So Cheryl says they're going out. Well, I want you to put on your best outfit and love on your husband and celebrate him and enjoy that time. 77 is a good number and it's an excellent number to still be here. So amen. And enjoy your time, Cheryl. No, I won't share too much, but it really hurt me. But you bless with what you said today. I'm good. And that's enough. And that's enough. That's enough. And I'm sorry that you got hurt, but thank God that you have all of us in this community to help you heal from that hurt. Because one thing about being in the YouTube streets, in the other streets, or being anywhere on this journey in our lives, hurt is going to come. Offense is going to come. But in that is how we manage that and how we uh, mitigate that pain and how we heal that pain is what's really going to help us to keep moving. And notice, Auntie, they can't keep a good woman down and they can't knock a good woman down, you know, and you're authentic and you're helping and doing your life the way you need to do it, and it's benefiting others. And that's all that you need to know, right? So, yes, and you are loved. You are loved, you are respected, and you are Miss G, our favorite auntie. Okay? All right. Said I get the get the preaching up in here. Yes. You're welcome. I love you. You know, here we go. Miss G. So you guys, I was saying that I'm going to go ahead and move on so that I can get on some of the other channels. I got to get on my rebounder and get my exercise in and take this little cute top off. I picked up a couple little tights. I like to wear tights, especially since I have the ostomy now. Um, I don't want to wear jeans anymore. I don't like them. But so I picked up some tights and some tops for exercising and using the rebound and exercising with Vicky too. And so I'll tell you guys this real quick before I go. My husband, he is so sweet. He ordered some shorts and the little top for, exercise gear. So when he brought it to me, when we got it, those things were so little. I was like, oh my God, so I had to go. And you know how sometimes when you order online, it's hard to get the actual size that you actually need, even though if you are large and you order large, that large might be bigger than it's supposed to be for you or smaller than it's supposed to be for you. So in my case, those things were so little, you could put it on a Barbie doll. So I went and picked up a couple things yesterday. So I'm going to change, rebound, and get a shower, and then go and look at some videos and get some replays from those that I missed on yesterday. Let me see. So rebounder. So Cheryl said, forgive often and move on. Yes, 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 and amen, Auntie said. Layla said, thanks for showing up for us, Sandra. You are so welcome, and thank you for showing up. I'm looking forward to your next live, and I don't care what time it is. Another benefit that I have is that even though I spend so much time in this room, this is where my job is, in this room in my house. And in between working those two jobs, uh I have the benefit of, if somebody comes on, even if I can't like get inside the live, I can still listen while I'm working. And sometimes I can even comment, you know. So I don't care what time it is, I'm here for you, Layla. Thank you for being a lovely ostomate for me and in my life. And I got love for you too. And The UOAA reached out to me. I wasn't going to share this, but I'm going to go ahead and share it right quick too. They reached out to me, and they wanted me to share my story. This was on last Friday. When I got off, I'm going to share this story. When I got off the live last Friday, I felt kind of bummed out because the enemy got in my head a little bit, and I was thinking, oh, I didn't do such a good live today. But right when I was thinking it, I got an email, because my phone is always right here. I got an email from the UOAA, and they wanted me to share my story, and they want to put my story on their website. So they asked for the story and some pictures, and they also informed me that they had footage of me in the Ostomy conference, which that was something I did not know. And I remember talking to you about the Ostomy conference that's coming up in Las Vegas at the Westgate in 2027. So I expect to be there with you. And so along the way, as we go on in our journey, I will start connecting with you more about that so that we can coordinate how we're going to come together. So I wanted to share that. But them reaching out to me and asking for my story lifted my spirits, and I was able to also go back and watch the live stream, and whatever I was tripping off of wasn't even there. So thank you for that. And yeah, um, I'm gonna show up no matter what. So Cheryl is going to watch Debbie Sue now. I'm going to watch Debbie Sue too. Layla says beautiful. Uh, Auntie says, who was it that reached out to you? The United Ostomy Association of America, which is a nonprofit organization that has been serving people with ileostomies, colostomies, and urostomies for over 20 years. And every 2 years, they have a conference for all of us all over the world to come in and to gather and to celebrate and love on each other. And that was my first connection to community last year after getting my surgery and getting an ostomy. And so somewhere down the line, I didn't even know that they had footage of me, but they also have been following my story, and they offered, they want to put my life story with colorectal cancer and now living with the ostomy on their website. So UOAA is super big help to ostomy, people with ostomies and urostomies, and they're that was a really big deal for me. Yes, yes, yes. Rebecca says, I love that story. You're gonna be a celeb. I hope not. I don't want to be a celebrity. But I do want people to hear my story because they may need help, in their recovery journey, in their, wherever they are in their cancer journey or any other type of life journey that they're in, that maybe my story be able to help them. And that's what I do want to happen. So yes. Cheryl said, the devil is a liar. Keep sharing your story. Oh, I'm going to, no matter what pop up in my head, and no matter what crazy I be on, I'm going to keep coming. God is always right on time. Just when you were in doubt about your life, yes, he showed right up. He showed right up for me. Yes. We about to have a praise party in the house. Yeah, we gotta get some music up in here too, and we will along the way. I love you guys. I said 15, 20 minutes ago that I was going to go, but I'm really going to go this time. I love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to keep showing up every Wednesday, and I'm going to keep showing up every Friday, and I will continue to have my Mondays and Thursdays videos because Miss G said consistency is the key. So I love you guys. Have a blessed day. Cheryl, enjoy your husband on tomorrow and every day after. And I will see you guys soon. And now I'm going to be coming in, using this day to come into your channels as well. So I'll see you guys later. Mwah.